T-REV, so we'll call him that as well. And he joins us now.
People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss. This something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will lead up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have the backs. I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, Sky Blue. I see you. What's going on? Hold on, let me catch up to you guys. D, MTB, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I want to jump into it like right away, right? But let me say what's up to some people, though. Gracie, what's going on? It is like the problem is getting worse. Maybe we are just hearing about it more. I don't know. We'll see. We'll dive into it more. I mean, this guy allegedly is an immigrant, and she was going on a jog. I've seen a little bit of the story, but not much. I've seen people talking about it, sending it in to me. So besides what was in the emails and a few links, I haven't seen much on this case at all. What's going on, Matt? Welcome to the stream. Just Jen, welcome. We're gonna dive into it together, though. I got a couple videos. I'm gonna pull those up. Marks, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Pat, how you doing? Shay, Gigi, how you doing? Jamie, how you doing? Kelly Wilkins, I see you. Sylvie, good evening to you too. Nancy, nice to see you. All right, let's dive into this real quick.
A suspect identified in the murder of 22-year-old.
Now they're saying that this dude's an immigrant. Hold on, let me read this too before we start this and actually listen and get some visuals. It does say nursing student Laken Riley did not know suspected killer Jose Ibarra, who is not a U.S. citizen. Police say. Now it says a 26-year-old man has been charged with murdering a nursing student named Laken Riley, whose body was found dead on the University of Georgia campus after going for a run, according to police. Now it says Jose Antonio Ibarra, 26, was arrested on Friday for allegedly kidnapping and killing the 22-year-old Augusta University junior. UGA police chief Jeffrey Clark told reporters at a press conference Friday night, which was tonight. Ibarra was not a UGA student and is not a U.S. citizen, Clark said. He and Riley had no prior relationship. So they had absolutely no prior relationship whatsoever. Interesting. Now it says he did not know her at all. I think this is a crime of opportunity where he saw an individual and bad things happen, Clark said. And this is the pictures of her. Okay, I see her. We got it. Right? It says also Riley, a Dean List student and a sorority member, was found dead with visible injuries in a wooded area near Lake Herrick around 12:38 p.m. Thursday. Clark confirmed Friday that she died of blunt force trauma. Ibarra's apartment in Athens was being searched by authorities while Clark spoke, but he said police had enough evidence to charge him before the search warrant was executed. The evidence is robust. It is supported by key input, but the community, physical evidence, and expert police work. Importantly, we were assisted by video footage from our campus security cameras network, Clark said. Now, 3 or 4 persons of interest had been questioned, but only Ibarra was charged. So there was, wow, that's interesting. I would like to know, and I'm just thinking in my head, guys, who are these other persons of interest? Who were they and why were they persons of interest? Were they persons of interest because were they persons of interest? Yeah, it had to be. They had to be on camera near where she was during that time for them to be some type of suspect or a person of interest anyways, right? What's going on, Jamie? Welcome to the stream. Boydney says YouTube comment section said it was a damn. They jumped out the window once again.
Oh my God.
Damn. Thank you, Lakota. I appreciate the support to the channel as usual. Thank you. I appreciate the love. This case is crazy. I'm looking at it and it's like, damn, you can't even go for a fucking jog on a campus no more. You can't even be a college student and go for jogs without worrying about shit. I mean, you can't even do that anywhere right now. It don't matter. I don't care where you're at. You could be in the richest neighborhood. You could be wherever you want. You could be in the sticks. And still somebody, there's a lot of shit going on. It's crazy. Donna, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. He had You said he had to have been there a minute because he had been housing, or he had housing. I don't know. We're gonna dig into more, listen to more, but I definitely wanted to read this article, and there's still more to it. It says Clark said there is no indication of continuing threat to the community related to the case at this time. It says Ibarra is charged with malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, and concealing a death of another. It says it's unclear what country Ibarra is from or what his legal status is in the country, Clark said. Riley was reported missing by a friend after going for a run around the intramural fields. Is that what it says? The intramural fields on UGA's East Campus, police said. Now it says Riley had transferred to the nursing program at Augusta University from the nearby University of Georgia after the spring of 2023 semester. UGA spokesperson Greg Trevor told UGA's student newspaper, The Red and Black. She was still active in her sorority, Alpha Chi Omega at the UGA. She was active in the community and well known, and from all accounts, very well liked, Trevor said. The shocking death was the second in just 24 hours on UGA's campus. Another student was found dead in a dorm room on Wednesday, which police said is not connected to Riley's death, but did not give additional details. That's crazy. So another student died Wednesday? Damn, that's why people said 2 UGA students in the chat. Okay, that's making sense now. I'm glad I read this article too. Now it says, after talking about that student, it said the deaths are not connected whatsoever, and that both UGA and the Augusta University College of Nursing canceled classes Friday. Chief Clark urged students to travel in groups and keep their head on a swivel. That was that's actually an article that was just put up like 2 hours ago. Interesting. Let's check.
University of Georgia student Laken Hope Riley.
Thank you, Ruby. Welcome to the Red family. I appreciate the support.
Brutally murdered. Outrage is rising, especially on word of who may have done it. Let's go to News Nation senior correspondent Brian Enton live in Athens, Georgia.
Oh yeah, Brian
with the
Enton.
latest. What do we know, my friend?
Yeah, Chris, press conference just wrapped up. The suspect is Jose Antonio Ibarra. He is a 26-year-old man, and the police chief here in Athens at the University of Georgia says that Ibarra is not a U.S. citizen. Exactly what that means, whether he is in the country illegally, we don't know. The chief said he didn't know, but he says he does know for sure that he is not a U.S. citizen and that he believes he is from Venezuela. The charges he is facing include malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death. They say that this young woman died of blunt force trauma, Chris. It was a brutal
We'll
beating.
see. We'll see how that goes.
For a jog. She's a nursing student. She didn't come home. The roommate was worried, called the police. They went out and looked near the intramural fields here at the University of Georgia, and that's when they discovered her body.
Brian, any indication on whether or not they believe this is a one-off,
What's going on,
or whether or
Katie
not
Rapper?
they have other unsolved homicides in the area or assaults?
They said, yeah, right now they said no indication that he's involved in anything else, but they called this a crime of opportunity and said that.
I mean, with all those charges, they got him doing a lot of shit. The charges are definitely, what was it again? I got to look at those charges again. I forget exactly what they were, but there was quite a good amount of the charges that were in there. Let me see. Say that again, Anton.
Now they said no indication.
Or unsolved homicides in the area or assaults?
They said, yeah, right now they said no indication that he's involved in anything else, but they called this a crime of opportunity and said that they did not know each other at all.
So false imprisonment or unlawful. I just want to look at the pure definition of this. It occurs when a person intentionally restricts another person's movement within any area without legal authority, justification, or the restrained person's permissions. Actual physical restraint is not necessary for false imprisonment to occur. Okay, I just wanted to check that one out. False imprisonment. Know a little bit about it, but I wanted to look at it and see what the guidelines were for it.
He's involved in anything else, but they called this a crime of opportunity and said that they did not know each other at all, that the victim and the suspect had no relationship that they know of. Again, she was just out jogging, and he apparently attacked her.
Not part of any organization or group or anything else. They believe that this is the guy. And how did it come up where he was from and what his legal status is?
Was it a suicide?
Yeah, the chief just said it, that he is not a U.S. citizen. He lived in an apartment building very, very close to near where Laken's body was found. I want to read you a little bit of this, Chris, because I found this really touching. Her family has posted a statement on a GoFundMe, and this really was a wonderful young woman. Laken, she was a class of 2025 nursing student here at the university. She was sweet. She was in Alpha Chi Omega when she was at the university. Compassionate soul whose life was sadly cut short. No words can express the pain and heartache that they feel. She was a wonderful friend, sister, daughter, touched the lives of everyone. Her infectious smile and contagious laugh lit up every room she entered. Not only did she have a kind-hearted spirit, but she excelled in academics. She was on the dean's list. She was a star cross-country runner. I mean, this young woman had everything ahead of her. You know, just prime of opportunity. I mean, she was just out on a jog in the same place that she goes running every single morning. By the way, it was broad daylight.
So on a jog in broad daylight, I find it interesting that they had 3 to 4 people of interest. I do find that interesting. I wonder why though. Like, I mean, I wonder if it was because they were seen near her on her last moments that they caught her on camera. Is that why these people were potential suspects? Because it did say that they had surveillance footage, right? They have surveillance footage. They have evidence. They have physical evidence from what I was reading.
I mean, this was, you know, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday.
Right.
What's going on, Joe?
Look, crime of opportunity is another way of saying she was hunted by a monster.
Thank you, Devil Ball. I appreciate that.
And this is one of our best being taken out by one of our worst. Brian Enton, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, we'll stay on this story because this guy...
How do you said brutally murdered is definitely not suicide. I think they were talking about the second one. The second one on the UGA campus. I believe that's what they're talking about when they refer to when they're referring to suicide. I think it has to be because this one obviously is homicide. What's going on, Brandy? Welcome to the stream. This girl grew up in my town. Wow. So you knew her? Interesting. Freaking terrible. Heard he came through in 2022. So he's been here for what, almost 2 years? Not even. We knew illegal immigrants were going to be a huge problem because they are not on our radar. They are here without us knowing who they are. I mean, I've seen people slipping right through the cracks. Slipping right through the cracks. He was arrested in NY on September 23rd. And was let go.
Not being a U.S. citizen is going to resonate, okay? It's not Enton's job. It's not my job, but you're going to hear it in politics. Now, let me just give you some context. How many homicides do we have in the United States annually? Homicide is where someone causes the death of another. About 19,000 in 2023. That number's high, right? It's actually down about 12, 14%, depending on what blend you look at data-wise. 77% of you think that number is up. Why? Because of how we demonize in our party politics. How many of those homicides are committed by non-citizens? 0.00005%. 29 last year. But the illegals commit a lot more crime than citizens, right? Wrong.
Make sure you guys are coming in. You hit the like button. I'm going to open up the lines. I want to hear from y'all tonight. So, I mean, where's my people at? Where's your minds at? What's your thoughts on this case? As we watch this video, I'm going to watch probably one more after this and open the lines up. It ain't even going to be that long. So I want to hear from you guys tonight.
To include their illegal entry. The arrest rate
What's going on,
for non-citizens is half of that for citizens. Now, here's my point. Everybody knows the border is a problem. They shouldn't have to scare you. The realities are frightening enough. Everyone should know that your leaders choose not to fix it because the problem works better for them politically than any solution. Why? Because it keeps you scared. Makes it easy to keep you divided. Who's got no heart? Who's got no brain? It makes it easier for them to get votes. And that's why you just saw that bill come and go just like that.
I've been looking.
But the idea that illegals are driving murders and making us less safe, it's no more true now than it was when Katie Steinle's murder was abused for political advantage. The truth is enough. The border is broken. Bad things are going to happen when people come in unchecked and unregulated and unvetted. There's no reason to make it up into a boogeyman. The reality and the truth is enough for you to demand action. Hey.
All right, all of that to hear that. Okay.
Well, when she wasn't
Let's see
away
who-
in school, Laken Riley lived with her family in Woodstock. That's also where we've learned she went to high school. Fox 5's Angelique.
Oh, River Ridge High School. Somebody in here says they went to school with her, right? Is that what I seen? Oh my God, the similarities. R.I.P. Sweet Laken. 22 years old, going to college. 2025, getting out, and gets robbed by some immigrant. I mean, and this could have been anybody, but it's bittersweet to say the least. I'll tell you that much right now. And I can only imagine what her parents are feeling like. Oh my God, I live near UGA. I stopped running outside alone because Atlanta just isn't safe anymore. Organic Angel says. And for all the women in here, some may carry, some may not, but damn, you got protection. Protect yourself. Make sure you leave. When you leave the house, leave with protection, because shit like this, in a moment like this, where if somebody approached you, you can, you know what I mean? You can act fast upon that. And you guys, I just want to look out for you all and have you all defend yourself, because some people don't think about it and then it just happens. So it's crazy. Definitely need more security on these campuses.
Proctor continues our live team coverage for us live from River Ridge High School. Angelique, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, Eric. We have learned that Laken was a scholar athlete and she loved running. She participated in both cross country and track here at River Ridge High School.
We were heartbroken because we have a daughter that could very well be in that situation. Our heart goes out to the family. I just can't even imagine.
Neighbors are still in disbelief in the sanctuary subdivision in Woodstock. Neighbor and mom Jill Harville says the death really hit home for her family. Her daughter works in Athens and contacted her about Laken Riley's death Thursday.
Think of the young ladies that you know there, and it makes me worried. I mean,
Chris, I gotta agree with that, and I know I'm pausing, probably like, stop pausing. This is my shit. I'm gonna pause as much as I want to and talk to my people in the chat as much as I want to. Chris, again, though, we all have to start caring about each other again and watching out for each other. I feel that. And you know what, Chris, I'll even take it a step farther and say I'm willing to go halfway. Meet me halfway, throw out your differences, shake my hand, and we ain't got no problems. I'm willing to meet halfway. Anybody I ever had a problem with, meet me halfway. Shake my hand. We're okay. Let's start looking out for each other. Let's start making a difference. I don't know. We definitely need to. I agree with that, Chris, 100%. 100%. 110%.
grew up, my mom always said you do everything in numbers.
Ah.
You never do anything by yourself. So, and that's what I've taught my daughter. I'm just heartbroken for the family. I can't even imagine what they're going through.
Laken was a 2020 graduate of River Ridge High School, where she ran cross country and track. The Cherokee County Superintendent released a statement that says, in part, our community and our world lost a shining light. An outstanding scholar athlete, Laken inspired classmates and teachers with her love of learning and her kindness to all. Back in the neighborhood, Mrs. Harville is a UGA fan who has spent lots of weekends in Athens.
I do know from going to football games and all that, there's a lot going on in Athens that isn't good. You just never know. You have to leave it in God's hands. He loves them more than we do. We won't ever understand why things like this happen, but he has a plan, he has a purpose. And they've just got to cling to that.
And the school district was closed today for winter break, but we are told
that's
they
good.
will
I'm glad you
provide
do, Jackie.
counselors when they reopen.
You said we women here, or Trev, we women carry here in Florida. That's good. I'm glad to hear that some of you do. And it's time to start protecting ourselves too, because evil's out there, right? But I mean, we could fight back. You know what I mean? We could fight back. We don't have to be fighters, right? We don't have to be no bullies or go around fighting people. You know, we don't have to even attack them, but we could defend ourselves. And we need to start. And like Chris said, we need to come together and stop hating on each other.
Reporting live in Cherokee County, Angelique Proctor.
But then again, you'll never be able to stop people from what's going on out here. I'm about to open up the lines, though. 219-885-9693. Everybody call in. Let's hear from you. This case is wild. This world is a crazy place. I'm just trying to figure out where this dude came from. I want to know the backstory on this guy. So who knows the deets on this dude? What he got here in 2022, somebody said in chat, but I don't know that. We need to agree. Hold on. We need to deal, weigh stuff, weigh or fit. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. We can't carry. Oh, you can't carry where you're at? Is that what you're saying? I haven't heard anything on this case yet. Was she out running? Yeah, she was out running and she got snatched up. He got a bunch of little charges in there. He definitely got a bunch of little charges.
We're following some breaking news right now out of Athens, Georgia. That's about an hour and a half outside of Atlanta. This just coming down moments ago from our colleague Eric Perry saying breaking. Officials confirm a suspect has been taken into custody in the death of UGA student Laken Riley. I do want to clarify.
916, you're in the mix. What's going on? You're live.
Hey, T-REV.
What's going on, Fluffles?
Hey guys, just keeping politics out of it, but I do want to say this, the thing is that we have an innocent child here, just a beautiful little girl, 22 at the prime of her life. The problem is for me, and I'm just going to speak on my heart. I feel number one, what Biden is doing by letting people in, it is illegal because Congress enacted the law that said they cannot come in illegally. If you look at our government, we have what's called three prongs. It's, we have judicial, which is Supreme Court, we have Congress, and we have executive, which is the president. All three are equal. The only time the president ever has the ability to usurp or go over any of these is if he does a veto, and that's on a bill, and usually that's in a time of war. He is not superior to Congress, and he is not superior to the Supreme Court. These are equal powers. Congress said this is illegal, but he's doing it anyway. And the reason why these people had to go into the Rio Grande and get wet to come over and risk their lives is because what they're doing is illegal. Otherwise, right above the Rio Grande is the port of entry. They would be coming in safely into the port of entry. It is completely illegal what he's doing, and that's why they're coming over here in a way that's not safe, and they're having to sneak in. Otherwise, they would just come right in to the port of entry, right at our borders. They would just come in. San Diego, right there in Texas. Right there is the bridge. They would come in, line up, and come in if it was legal. So the fact is we have these people are coming in, and they look at the news. They know that what they're doing is illegal. They know it. They can feel it because there's so much pushback. When you let people come in and do things illegally and then give them money and entitlement, they feel entitled that they probably could get away with other things. And so when they come in, all we care about, I'm third generation immigrant. My grandma came in here from Quebec, and she only spoke French. What we care about in this country is being on the radar. We just want to know who you are. The cops want to know who I am, who you are, pay your taxes and be on the radar and come on in. And if that takes time, it takes time. But it's important that we're able to identify you and that you understand our laws, our Constitution, understand what the laws are so that you abide by them. But these people that are coming in that are committing these crimes feel entitled and able to do so. And that is what's the problem. And they're not on our radar, T-REV.
Oh, of course.
We don't know who they are.
Yeah, because we don't know at all. That's the thing. They're not even in the system or anything most of the time. They just slip over.
They're not in the system, and you watch them come in, and all we do is take a picture of them. We don't know who they are, T-REV. And by the way, Como's stats there of what crimes they are doing in percentage. I mean, these stats are just hogwash. That's garbage. It's just, I mean, don't even listen to that. That was just garbage. You know, there's stats and lies and his stats are compiled on of what nothing. He doesn't have enough information, because number one, we're not even arresting or holding people that are immigrants that are committing crimes. Look at these guys that beat up those 2 New York cops. We let them go, no bail. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But I do want to know what they meant in the police report when they said that he obstructed a 911 call. What's that about?
What about a 911 call? What'd you say?
Oh, in the police report, it said that he obstructed 911 call. So that to me tells me that she was able to get a 911 call out.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he? What does that mean? He's being charged for obstructing a 911 call.
I'm not sure.
Me
Obstructing
either.
a 911 call.
Yep.
Well, let's find out right now. Obstructing a 911 call.
Okay.
Georgia. Okay. So let's see. Obstructing or hindering persons making emergency telephone calls. Let me click on this real quick. It says Crimes and Offenses, Chapter 10, Offenses against Public Administration, Article 2, Obstruction of Public Administration and related offenses, obstruction of hindering persons making emergency telephone calls. Any person who verbally or physically obstructs, prevents, or hinders another person with intent to cause or allow physical harm or injury to another person from making or completing a 911 telephone call or a call to any law enforcement agency to request police protection or to report the commission of a crime is guilty of a misdemeanor and shall, upon conviction thereof, be punished by a fine not to exceed $1,000 or imprisonment not to exceed 12 months or both. So that's Georgia law too, by the way. Right.
So what that tells me is, and I could be wrong, but that tells me that she was trying to make a 911 call on her cell phone.
Right.
And he was able, and it went through, and he was able to grab the phone and hang it up in some fashion. And I'd be interested to see if we have any recording on that 911 call, any sound, if there was anything. But, you know, yeah, I'll get off the phone, but I just, you know, I'm so for everybody coming in and all different cultures. It needs to be done legally. All we care about is that you come in, we know who you are, you understand the laws, you agree and commit to our laws, both state and federal, and that you're paying taxes. And people need to be very clear that what Biden's doing is illegal. He is not superior to Congress, and he's not superior to the Supreme Court. These are 3 equal branches of government. And what he has done is historically historically never been done, and there will be repercussions for this. So they're not illegal, they're not legal, and they need to know that. So I'll let somebody else call in.
We'll see how to. I don't know. I wonder what. I'm wondering about the other persons of interest. Again, it's probably people they've seen on camera. I've seen just from seeing See No Evil, the way that they caught this guy. It seems like this is definitely going to be an episode on that show because they have video surveillance. And to say 3 persons of interest or 4, I wonder. I mean, he's probably the 4th, but in general, I wonder why the other 3 were persons of interest too. But again, I appreciate you calling in, Fluffles.
Okay, absolutely.
God bless. Lock your doors. Shout out to Fluffles. I appreciate her calling. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. This one, I don't know what to think yet because I don't too much about it. 618, it's never too late. What's going on? You're live.
Hi, my name's Megan. I'm calling from Nebraska.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hanging in there. Just checking this case out, trying to see what's going on. They said Wednesday somebody died there too. That's what it says. So Wednesday, someone.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not from Georgia. Again, I'm from Nebraska. I'm calling just because I have a daughter that's a junior at UNL. And, I saw the headline today and I was just like, you know, they were ambiguous about where it was. And
Right.
of course, that just always worries me and stuff. And so, but looking into it further, we had a case in Iowa a couple of years ago, again, with an illegal immigrant that killed, you know, an Iowa student.
Damn.
A jogger.
That's crazy.
You know, coincidentally.
It's always joggers that we're hearing about, right? A lot of them.
Right. Right. And it's just like, are they looking for them? You know, or is it just, you know, a spur of the moment thing, or like, I don't know, but it's really, really scary.
And you said you have a daughter that goes to college also, so you're probably worried out your ass about this.
Yeah. So like these media outlets put out, you know, like these ambiguous headlines that don't say where the college is. And so as soon as I see that, I'm like tapping on it going, where is this? You know, is it where my daughter is, or, you know, somebody else I know? It's just really scary.
Yeah, it definitely is, for sure. I mean, you can't even jog these days without somebody searching for some type of woman or something. You know, like these crimes are crazy.
Right.
It's always
Well,
like
and
sexual
it's so
motivated. Do you
sad
notice that a
because-
lot of them are sexually motivated? It's like, I don't get that.
Right. Right. And it's sad because I'm trying to raise my daughter to be strong and independent, but yet I'm like, you need to have pepper spray. You always need to walk with a friend. You know, don't ever take a drink or anything from anybody. And I'm like telling her all this stuff, but yet I want her to be a strong, independent woman.
Right.
And everything that I'm telling her seems like it's the opposite. And it's like, what do you do?
We got to start. Well,
So
I
it
look
just
at it like this.
frustrates me.
What do
It
we
just-
do?
it
We protect
frustrates me
ourselves.
because
People need to start
Huh?
protecting themselves more. I feel like we need to.
Well, they
we need to
do
start
need to protect
incorporating
them.
that
You know,
more.
and I'm trying to make my daughter aware, but
Absolutely.
you know, at the same time, it's like it's not like it was, you know, back in our day where we could just walk down the street and do whatever.
Play in the
Now our
dirt.
kids have to be hyper vigilant and scared of absolutely everything all the time.
We don't need. I mean, we don't even play in the dirt anymore. We're sitting with tablets and games and all different types of shit. No, it's like I feel like kids don't touch grass these days like we did.
Right. And when they do try and touch grass, like this girl did, look what happened.
Running, going for a jog, working out, exercising, probably maybe before class or whatever. Who knows what she was about to do? But anyway, I mean, it's her right to run out
Doing
and jog and do
positive
what she wants.
things, living her life. Yeah.
It's crazy. Exercising. It seems like she's living right. She's out there exercising. She's graduating what? 20. It's a class of 2025. But I'm interested in why were they onto these other people? I wonder if it was maybe one she talked to or two others that were around the area or seen on camera.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know. Yeah.
We'll see. Shit's crazy.
So, well, I just thought I'd call in, and I just kind of wanted to vent because it just, you know, hits close to home. And it's like, no matter how much, you know, we want our kids to grow up and be adults and be independent, it feels like we need to like pull them back in and be like, you have to be careful of this, you have to be careful of that. And I certainly don't want to be an umbrella parent, you know, but for the love of God.
It's a new story every day. I'm telling you, I see a new story every day.
Every day.
Every day I see a new story. It's crazy.
Yep. I appreciate your show and thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a voice in the community. Make sure you lock your doors, and my prayers are with you and your daughter that's in college. I hope she Makes out,
She's
gets it.
doing
I
good.
know she's gonna make it out. I know your daughter is. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
God bless you and your family. Thank you
Thank
for
you. Have a
calling
good
in
night.
again. Shout out to her. Good phone call. She said her daughter's in college. I can see why it was scary. And if you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. What's your thoughts and opinions on this unknown Ida sausage? Not happening. But I like it though. Come on, though, unknown. I love that energy. Texas says, why can't they make walking trails around police stations? They were probably lurking and stalking.
She is not a UGA student, though. She is a student at a nearby university, but we are expecting a news conference that's set for 7 o'clock Eastern, which means it's about a little under an hour and a half from now that will be getting started here. This comes just moments after we spoke with our team at Fox 5, who told us about a person of interest that was being questioned by police. And we now know that a person has been taken into custody in the death of this young student, just 22 years old. You're taking a look at some aerials here from that search scene yesterday when this news all came down, but the suspect has been taken into custody in the death of an Augusta University student. Her name is Laken Riley, who was found dead on the campus.
928, what's going on? You're live.
Hey T, how you doing tonight, buddy?
You know, hanging in there. Who's this, Tracy?
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I get familiar. I get familiar.
Hey, you know, I'm real upset what happened to this young lady. This makes me good and mad, let me tell you.
Talk to us.
You know, because this is ridiculous, and here's what I got to say about this. That we all need to start standing up and try to just put the law down to these folks that want to act crazy. It's like, you want to mess with me? I wouldn't if I were you, you know, because it's obvious that the law enforcement, they got too much on their hands. They can't protect all of us. We got to start standing up, and we got to get armed, and we got to start making believers out of these people that want to act like this in our society. This is ridiculous. Absolutely absurd.
Agreed. Hey, we got to protect, like, the protection. I feel like maybe some people, I could understand not wanting to carry a firearm, and some people don't want to, and I can get that because of the safeties, but that's why we learn how to handle, you know what I mean? That's how we learn how to handle a firearm and stuff like that, and be able to protect. That's what I'm looking at. It's crazy. A lot of you women are targets to a lot of these sexual predators out there. Not to say that you know, men aren't, boys aren't, because they are too. But in general, a lot of guys are out there doing this. Like, how many stories have I seen about joggers getting ripped? A lot. Literally picked up and killed. It just doesn't make any sense.
Wasn't that Rachel Morin? Wasn't she stalked while she was out jogging?
Rachel Morin, was that in New York?
She was I'm not real sure.
I can't remember.
Blonde-haired lady.
Rachel
had kids.
I know that name.
Yeah. But like up till 2010, I used to carry a 9mm. I ran hollows through that thing, you know, and I took training classes and stuff like that. I caught a freaking felony because of my retarded ex-husband. So now I can't carry anymore. But, you know, I got a machete longer than my arm. I got 4 dogs and pepper spray.
Dang.
You know, I wouldn't do it if I was you, you know. But, you know, we got to start saying it. And you know something else, T, what bothers me is people's attitude toward other people. You know, so long as me and mine are fine, that's all that matters. Well, you know what? We're part of a whole society. Everybody else's safety matters too. We need to be watching out for one another.
It does. We definitely need to be watching out for one another instead of pulling your phone out when you see something go down. In case you just feel like you can't do nothing. But damn, I mean, a lot of people pull their phone out and watch bad things happen to people.
Yeah,
instead
it's
of
like
acting.
whip out some pepper spray or go in and you know, do something. Don't just let some stuff go down, somebody get hurt or kids drug off or whatever. I mean, our society's deteriorating, in my opinion. It could be because I'm kind of an old lady, you know, I'm looking at it like that. But I don't know, back in the day when things had happened, my own dad got up in the middle of some stuff and he body slammed some guy on the hood of the car, got right up in his face, pointing in his face, you know, because the guy was yanking his wife around. My dad was like, you know, we need more like that. We need more of that kind of stuff. People holding each other under accountability.
I agree. When
So,
will that
but
start happening though? Because you got to get everybody on board, and you got those hard-headed people. You know what I mean? You got hard-headed narcissists out there that just they're not going to turn on that.
Unfortunately, narcissism is a big problem. It's like a big plague out there. I don't know what it is, why it seems like everybody's that way. But it just, you know, people got to get out of their self and realize that everybody else is just as important as you are.
Yeah.
We are part of everyone, not separate.
Agreed. Agreed, big time. But
So,
you got to get it. It's a 50-50 thing. You got to both, you know, meet each other at the middle.
I agree. I agree. So, okay, well, that's all. I'm off my soapbox now. I'll let somebody else call in.
Well, we appreciate you, Tracy.
Okay, have a blessed night, T.
You too. Lock your doors.
Okay.
God bless. Shout out to her. If you want to call in, it's 219-885-9693. We want to hear from you. This UGA case, unknown, eat one. You're not getting through. Not happening. Decline immediately. 757 sent from heaven. What's going on? You're live.
Hey, Trev.
What's going on, Donna?
Not much. How are you?
Chilling. I'm hanging in there, just checking this story out. And surprised to see your arrest today.
Well, you know, I was following that a little bit this afternoon, and they were looking at the surveillance videos through the campus. And I think that's why they're, you know, whoever they saw, they tried to run down who they were, process of elimination, you know, until they discovered, you know, he had to have been seen somewhere for them to have found him. But, you know, the thing that I don't understand, and this is nothing against any runners or people that love the outdoors, you know, but with all this kind of stuff happening, I've never been able to understand why women will, and I'm not victim blaming either. Please don't think I am. I just wanted to say that, you know, I never understand why women that are runners or walkers or whatever will walk into a wooded area where there's nobody, you know, not to say that there was nobody there, but you know, it's so dangerous. And I mean, I feel for this family. I know that the mother had contacted, I guess her mother or her family members or whatever were on vacation, and they had messaged her on Facebook the night before. And can you imagine, I think they're skiing somewhere, and just imagine getting that call that your daughter had been found killed. It doesn't look like there was an essay, you know, from what they're saying, they're not even going that direction. So it just makes me wonder if this was just if she was a creature of habit, maybe it's something she did every morning, and she got on his radar, you know, because being a creature of habit is very dangerous. You should always change up your routine. But yeah, he may have seen her before yesterday, you know, and just happened to find the opportunity. Or it may have just been, you know, just by chance he was out looking for somebody, you know. But what I was saying earlier in the chat, you know, evidently he's been here. You know, they're calling him, you know,
I'm about to try to pull the picture. Somebody said there's a picture of him now, so I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him earlier. He's an immigrant, but it doesn't mean he's illegal, you know. And I'd like to know what he does. I'd like to know, you know, that's what I would kind of like to know a little bit more about who this person is.
It looks like this is him right here. It looks
he's
like
a young guy.
Is this? Let me find out. This is him right here. Hold up. Let me put JPG at the end of this so I can open it.
That doesn't look like the guy I saw.
Hold up. It said I don't know if this is him or not. Again, I don't know if this is him or not, but that's what I'm seeing right now. I'm gonna wait to check out this channel 3 show.
I know his picture was posted on Discord. I saw it.
On Discord, I didn't see it. I must have missed it.
Yeah, it was on there right before you went live.
Oh, I see him right now. That's definitely not him. Here he is right here. I got him. I see it. Boom. Let's open it. Boom. Pull this over here. Here we go. And this is the charges. Let me minimize that. The charges are right here.
And that's why, there's nothing, this looks like a violent crime. I mean, I don't mean to say it like that. This is the motivation doesn't appear to have been
what you know, and this is the thing. What was the motivation for him to go up and try to grab her? Was he sexually trying to assault her? I believe so.
I don't think that's the case there, because I think he had opportunity to do that. He was able to take her off the trail, do all the stuff to her.
I mean, but you could get paranoid and fold, though.
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, I just think I think his motivation was to kill her, to kill somebody. And I mean, I'm not seeing, and they're not even saying anything about SA. And that's if he had the opportunity to do all that, he had opportunity to do more to her. So I'm going to be curious once they get the medical examiner's report on exactly what they found, and what makes it so, when I saw that picture, someone in chat said she reminded them of Xana from, the Idaho.
I thought the same thing in my head, but then I was like, I definitely thought the same exact thing immediately when I looked. I'm not.
And I think part of that, but I think part of that is just, they're young and they're full of life, and they, and they just, they all look the same. They all look like they're just, getting ready to grab the life by the tail, and for someone just, just snuff them out, it's awful. It just really is. And that's what it reminded me of, just that youth, the loss of youth and loss of life. Just very sad. And then just having Audrey yesterday, it's been a lot this week. It's been, that one in itself was,
pretty heavy.
Pretty
triggering,
very heavy.
Triggering to look at too. I mean,
yes, very, very, very heavy. And I feel for these families. But anyway, I just wanted to hop on and chat about this, and let's see what happens. I mean, you just have to wait and see what the ME comes up with. And
somebody said not him again, but it says murder suspect in the death of Georgia nursing student. Who sent this then? If that's not him.
Well, that was what was pulled.
I'm seeing like 50 different pictures. What's going on? Right. Hold up. I'm starting to see like 50 different. Hold up.
That was the one that was in Discord.
This one says NBC Montana, but it says murder suspect in the death of Georgia nursing student is not and it has this picture above it. So I don't know if that's. They're saying that's not him. I don't see no picture on Google of this dude. The only one I found was the one that I initially pulled up. And I'm not seeing that. Like, that's all I'm seeing.
Yeah, I looked everywhere for one. I couldn't find one. I was trying to think who dropped this in Discord, but I can't remember. I'd have to look. But she was able to find it.
There's a hose there. I mean, there's a LinkedIn one. There's all types of. Like, hold up. Is he plumbing? I can't tell it. This dude looks way older than 26.
The one that you pulled up looks older. This guy here looks like he might be.
They're saying that's not. Some people are saying that's not him. We're gonna find him. I don't know.
We'll find out tomorrow for sure.
Well, I don't know why it says this. Whoever posted it says right under it, murder suspect. Where's it at? Where's he at? Because I'm not seeing. I don't even see this post on NBC Montana right now.
I mean, they might be dealing with immigration and doing stuff like that before they release this picture. So, you know how that goes.
The first guy.
Anyway, you have a good night.
Yeah, you too,
And
Donna. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I love everybody. Hope everybody's doing
We
well.
love you back. God
I'll
bless.
talk to you later. All right.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Donna.
Bye.
Lock your doors. Shout out to her. God bless. 219-885-9693. All right, where's a picture of this dude? People are saying that's not him. Well, we want to get the right. We don't want the wrong person up there. That's for damn sure. We don't want no wrong person up there. So I'm gonna wait. We're gonna wait to see another picture.
Campus of the University of Georgia.
We'll see if they got a picture on of it. 409, what's going on? You're live.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm live.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
So I'm doing good. First time calling in. Been watching you for a long time. Just don't ever want to call in, but I just think with everything that's going on right now, it's one of the things that you talk about all the time is things that you've went through as a child. And I know I'm in my 50s. I have grandchildren. One of the things that I preach to them all the time is to make sure that they speak out. I don't care if you have to cuss, scream, yell, if anybody takes you, or if somebody tries to tell you to be quiet and not say anything. Make sure you have somebody that you can talk to and say something to, whether that's maybe not a mom and dad or a grandparent because you're embarrassed. Maybe it's a counselor at school. But I think that if we start with the kids that are at a young age, hopefully things like this don't happen. I know with this young lady just going out and running, I live on acres of land and feel free to go running wherever I want to go running, but there's always people lurking. So
always people lurking.
Yeah. Not a big fan of
and then you people staring at you, dudes yelling out the window and shit, whistling and all types of crazy. Like I've seen it.
Well, no, not for me. I actually Livingston, not very far away from that. Maybe an hour away from that. So I live out in country land. So I don't get a lot of yelling and nobody approaching me, but there are people that are driving by constantly that probably see my daily routine, which is scary.
All right, hold on 1 second. For the people who are sending me this picture, this is not him. I just reverse searched it. So the people were writing chat about this not being him too. By the way, I reverse Google image searched and it says this is an 18-year-old facing a felony charged with helping girlfriend 17 commit suicide. So this is not him. If you run across this picture, it's a no-go. All right. I'm sorry about that. I had to make
No, that's fine, and I'm glad you're saying that because
I mean, I get it though. It's hard to find a picture of this guy. He's an immigrant. So I seen this one too. I don't know if that's him though.
I just kind of wanted to come on here and just say, I think just without everything that's happening this week, like with little kids and now this young lady, and we all need to make sure we talk to our kids and make sure they have an outlet. And
yeah, this. Let me pull. Okay, so they got the picture of him right here. I actually did see this one in Google. Not now though. Where the hell did it go?
Was he not 18?
Was who not 18? This guy was 26. 26 from what I seen and read. Oh, I see him now. Okay, I got it right here. Boom. Save image. Pull up. All right, here it is right here. Here he is right here. This dude. There he is right there. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yep, that's him right there.
You're doing an amazing job. I'm not a big fan of calling in, but
It's okay.
there's just a lot of people calling in. I mean, there's just a lot of things going on right now that I just felt like
It's a lot. I mean, it's every day you wake up and it's something different or new. A shooting. You got all these shootings going on. People walking into places going on. It's just chaos.
Yeah. Going to your friend's house and being murdered, like kids getting dropped off at a bus stop and not coming home. I mean, it's just a lot going on. And
It
that's
is.
why, so I just kind of feel like if you don't start with like talking to your kids and letting them know that yell and scream and tell or find somebody that you can talk to is the biggest thing. I think for me in my age group was more so being embarrassed. So if they can find a school teacher or a counselor or somebody they can talk to, and if something is going on, it starts with that. And as far as this young lady going for a run, like, I don't think there's anything that can control any of that. But thank you for your time.
It did like it just never makes sense because it's like why I definitely would I'm interested in what this dude's motive was. Very interested in knowing what was your motive, like why did you do this?
He's sick. He obviously was watching her. He was out in the middle of nowhere running. Is that correct?
This shit's crazy. Well, robbed her of her life. That's for damn sure.
I know.
So, he ain't ever gonna get out. Especially what they're saying, they got physical evidence and all types of shit. So we'll see. I appreciate you calling in, though. Thank you. I know you said you're not a fan of calling in, so I mean I appreciate you calling in. Though,
no, I've never called in. I've been watching you for so long, but this is just like too much recently that I just wanted to, I don't know, say something and let you know that you have a lot of people that listen to you, that are thankful you come on the air, that look forward to you coming on. So
I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you.
And you have a great night, and my doors are locked.
Yeah, lock your doors, windows, cars.
Right. And watch everybody around you.
And even that's not safe when you lock your doors. So it just leaves it's a layer of safety, you know?
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Watch your surroundings. Watch everything you're doing.
Absolutely.
You
And
have a great night. I'll let somebody else call in and I'll be watching.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you again. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a voice in the community. God bless you, man.
God bless you.
Shout out to her. Good phone call. 219-885-9693. Who's scared? Are you scared to call in? Come on, unknown. I want to hear you talk. Come on. Nah. You're getting smoked quick. They didn't know each other. They didn't know each other at all. The immigrant farmers around here are nothing but perverts.
Oh my God.
Lakota, thank you. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Unknown, it's not happening. I don't know why you keep wasting your time. I mean, you can keep doing it. You're going to get banged on every time, though.
Now, university officials went on to say that there are no indications of a continuing threat to the UGA campus related to this matter, but it's certainly been a very difficult 24 hours.
Oh, yeah? You said people are asking for more next up to this photo. What photo? Hold on, let's pull it up. I got you. Here's Rachel right here. You said people are asking for this next to her photo. Let's see. Boom. There it is right there. So you say she looks similar to her? 934, you're in the door. What's going on?
Hey, Trev, it's Fun Size. I just wanted to call in quickly and state anybody, women, men, doesn't matter. If you are an active person who goes out and exercises outside in a public place, please either change your route often. Don't wear both headphones at once.
Oh, you
be aware of your surroundings. This is happening way too often everywhere, but especially in the United States lately.
Yes.
If you use a buddy system, if you know, get somebody else to go with you, and if you can't, maybe just try the gym. But yeah, this is enough's enough. This has got to end eventually, right?
It does, absolutely. There, people are saying the sketch looks like him, and it kind of does.
That's what once I said. So the picture that I had sent in Discord was the one that I had received from another news source, which is why I posted it. Because I'm not sure if it's that one or this one. However, if it's the one that you had on the screen just recently, it really does look like the same. It could be the same person from the Rachel Morin case, allegedly. I won't say that as fact, but it does have a resemblance. Maybe he just put on a couple pounds. I'm not sure, but definitely does have a resemblance if it is that one.
Rachel Morin. Let me see if there's a. I'm trying to find some other sketches. Oh, they do got multiple of them. They got multiple sketches. Okay. Interesting. I wonder. I don't know though. I mean, the nose kind of does look. I mean, the nose kind of looks that way, but I don't know. It's hard to tell though.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Even just putting on the 3 pounds difference, if somebody puts, weight on or loses weight, usually their face is the first part that it's very noticeable.
Yeah. Thank you, Eddie. This is, I don't know. He does kind of like, there's definitely some resemblance in there. Max says I look like this guy though. That's what Max said. He goes, Max like that sketch looks like Rev. Well, damn. I mean, get my
Lord.
DNA is in the system, so.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this guy's DNA, or the guy that did the horrific things to Rachel Morin, he's in the CODA system, but he's not. Well, they have his DNA, but he's not actually in CODA. So once they get a match, if they ever get a match, then we'll know who it is. Unfortunately, we have to wait until then. But yeah, the chief basically said this guy woke up Thursday morning and he had decided he was going to take someone's life, and it was a crime of opportunity. It just so happened to be Laken's. So I want to send my condolences and thoughts, positive vibes to the family, friends, the school. As a ex-nursing student who's been in nursing for 20 years, I can only imagine the pain. I know when I was doing nursing school, it was just like a family. It was an extended family, so I can only imagine how these people are feeling.
Yeah, that's messed up. Everybody's saying this sketch looks like me. Come on now. Stop that.
I think it's only because of your hat, to be honest, Trev. I don't think it actually looks like you.
Not close. My ears don't stick out like that. You wildin'. My ears are to my head. They're not. Boop.
Now y'all got Trev being self-conscious over here.
I'm looking at this dude like, man, this sketch's ears are freaking flying out to the left and right. This boy's got some. My ears are stuck to my head. They're not sticking out like that.
Playing an April Fool's trick on you a little early, Trev.
But it's cool. I like it though. It's cool. It's all good.
All right. Well, I will let you go so other people can call in. But yeah, please just use the buddy system. And if you can't, call your parents, call a friend, stay on the phone with somebody while you're running. But yeah, don't ever use 2 headphones. Run with one in if you need to, but always be aware of your surroundings. And if you have to, carry something, even if it's a key. You could easily poke someone in the eye with a key. I mean, there's plenty of things you can make a good weapon out of. But mace is absolutely a must-have for anybody out there exercising, especially by themselves.
Oh, here's a really good picture. Oh, damn, he does have the same hat too.
I told you.
I'm done. I'm done. Here it is, right here, guys.
I'm gonna have to send you
like
a
that
new
pic.
hat.
So I mean, you know, my hairline ain't nowhere near that.
Yeah, you don't look anything like that, dude.
You know,
Not at all.
nowhere, no way.
Well, I shouldn't say dude. He's a low life. Anybody that can take another human being's life for absolutely no reason at all is not respectable in my eyes.
Yeah. Shit. This guy's hairline is crazy in this sketch, and hopefully he gets caught too. And nobody got arrested in the Rachel case.
No, not
I
yet.
haven't followed that one.
But they do believe that the guy could be an illegal.
Do they have any
Which is why he
DNA?
would not be in any system. They do have his DNA, but he's not. There's nothing in the system that's matching him. So right now they're trying to use familial. They're trying to go down their family genetic tree.
Well, if they have his DNA, I mean that clears me.
Yeah, that definitely clears you.
You know what I mean? Nah, that's crazy. I hope it. I mean, if it was him, we'll find out because now he's in the system. So,
but he also has a 29-year-old brother, and I'm not sure if I read it correctly. He also may have been charged for something else, or maybe it's just expressing this one's charges. I'm not sure. I'm going to go back and read it, but I'll send it in Discord for you just to check out. I'm not saying it is anything, but it was a good article to read. But yeah, his brother apparently is also here with him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder what his brother looks like.
That I'm not sure. I could get you the name.
I wonder what his brother looks like. Curious about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, like I said, but I will definitely send you that article and give you the name, and you can do whatever research you need to do, and I'll continue to do research on my end and get you whatever I can find out.
Okay. I appreciate it.
All right, I will see y'all down in chat.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Fun Size. God bless.
Make sure you lock your door.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Shout out to her. Good phone call. 219-885-9693. Unknown called like 3,000 times. We love you, buddy. We love you, buddy. Hey, Unknown, how you doing? I love you. Come on, don't be a poor sport. Stop it.
As they learned of the death of a 22-year-old student, a nursing student at a nearby university, and there was also a death the evening prior to that.
So she was found over in this area.
We're hearing was a suicide. So a lot that has happened on this campus in this region for students, for families, and community members who are following this story. But a news conference is scheduled for 7 o'clock Eastern today. We will be carrying that live as soon as we get that feed in for you here. But Laken Riley, that 22-year-old girl, she was reported missing by a friend to the UGA's police department around noon yesterday. That caller had informed police that the 22-year-old nursing student had gone for a run near the intramural fields earlier in the day and had not returned home as expected. After receiving that report, officers went to that area as quickly as they could and initiated a search. Around 12:38 p.m., a body was discovered in an area that was forested behind Lake Herrick. UGA police have enlisted the assistance of the Athens-Clarke County Police and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation in their ongoing investigation. On Thursday evening, yesterday, we brought you a press conference from police where they talked about the victim, saying that she was a nursing student at Augusta University. Authorities then...
Oh, okay, so that's that sign right there too. So was she jogging out here?
reassured the public that efforts were underway to locate the person responsible, emphasizing that there was no immediate threat to the community. The cause of her death was also not disclosed. They just said that they believe that foul play was a factor.
Damn.
In response to this tragic incident, students in Athens gathered for a vigil yesterday evening, expressing their desire to come together during what had been, as I mentioned, a very distressing 24 hours on campus. One student saying to our team at Fox 5, it's just like she has to be extra careful and extra protective, and it's a very scary time. Now, that area around Lake Herrick is widely used by students and others for jogging, for working out. Police confirmed yesterday that that victim was, again, a nursing student at a nearby university, and that Laken Riley was a student at UGA through the spring semester.
I don't know. So as I sit here and think about it, was this dude, like, what the hell was his motive again? What was his motive? Where was he at? Did he just make a spared decision in the moment where he was like, oh, this girl right here, and just acted on something? Or is it something that built up inside of him for a long time and he finally decided to act on it when he seen her? Or did he have her in the scopes for a long time and check her routine? Right? Because people do that. If they're obsessed with you, they'll check your routine. Literally. They'll check your routine. They'll do everything, and they'll wait for the right moment. They will wait for the right moment and then strike on your ass. We're about to watch the presser right after this.
Semester of 2023, at which time she transferred to a nursing program nearby. Just a tragic day and evening yesterday for community members there. We're also hearing from high school that Riley went to, releasing a statement saying our community and our world lost a shining light with the tragic passing of Laken, an outstanding scholar athlete. Laken inspired classmates and teachers with her love of learning and her kindness to all. We ask that community please keep her family in their hearts. So we've seen police today focusing a lot on this home in the Athens area. They spent all day there really investigating. We spoke with a reporter who is outside of that scene talking about how much police have been focusing on this one home. And so at this news conference, we're hoping.
So they were focusing on the one home. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. And let's turn this bad boy up too.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Yeah, let's let them. Yeah.
We're ready. Hold up. Before we'll take this though. 850, you're on the show. What's going on?
Hey.
Hello. How you doing tonight?
Hey, how are you?
Hanging in there. Just checking out this
Hanging in
story.
there?
You can't jog no more. Can't do shit no more.
I jog with a 22, a five shooter 22, so I can jog.
That's
I'm
good.
I'm gonna walk it. Yeah, locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. Yep.
That's good. I'm
Hey,
proud.
Chad. Good. Okay, so I've been away for a week, and I've come back to holy chaos in the true crime community. we've got this guy, and I do think he may be that guy from California. I really do think there could be a correlation there.
Who's the guy in California? What's his name?
That's the guy that's connected to the Rachel Moran case.
Oh, okay. The picture I was showing?
Remember it? Yes, the ring cam video they have from him where he went and attacked that girl, the young girl, and they've got him coming out on the video. They've connected that guy with the Rachel, if I'm not mistaken now, with the Rachel Moran case.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's the sketch
I thought
preparing.
she was out of Maryland though.
She is out of Maryland, but they think the guy that is connected to the case in California is the same gentleman that's connected to the case in Maryland.
Okay.
They think he's traveling. So he may have traveled down to Georgia where this young lady was. And, you know, because the sketches do look similar. To me, they do.
They definitely, they have a resemblance. Let's pull it up. It's right. The one right here. Let me see the other one next to the one guy. I don't know. I mean, put a 1 in chat for yes if you think that that's him, and put a 2 for no. Do you think that this could possibly be him in this sketch to the left? If you do, again, 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm curious. Thank you, Burning Angel. Do you think that that's him?
I do. I do. Honestly, I hope it is. It may be my hope. Maybe I'm going off of hope and wishing it's him, but so we can bring closure
Justice
to Rachel Moran's family. But I pray it is, honestly. I mean, and it may be that I'm seeing in it because I want it to be. So I may be seeing too much into it, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. But it's a dangerous world out there, ladies. It's a dangerous world.
It definitely is.
Yeah, it is. Hey, I do want to say one other thing. I've been trying to call from my cell phone number. I don't know for what, a year and a half now, and I can't ever get through. So what I had to do was get a Google Voice number to get through to you. It'll ring. It'll ring on my off from my cell phone. It'll ring and it'll ring. I'll get your voicemail. But this is the first time I used the Google Voice number and I got straight through.
It also, I'll tell you this too. It also depends on traffic. Like it also depends and varies from case to case on what you cover too. You know, the channel, you never will know because sometimes there'll be more traffic and way more phone calls. Like for instance,
but I'll sit and wait and you'll be like, call in, and I'll call in and then I never ring. I'm like, why isn't my phone ringing?
Yeah,
but it doesn't ring.
On my newer computer right here that I have, it's weird. It like takes 5 minutes for calls to start coming through, and I'll see numbers going down the list, and it won't even show them to me to where I can answer. But I see them calling.
Yeah. Right.
And it's frustrating, but it is what it is.
It's okay though. It is what it is. That's right. Oh, Delana, I think you may be right. That other case, yeah, I think it may be connected. I do. And I think what's going to happen is that this what we're seeing now with this, and I do not mean this by the way it sounds. I do not. Well, never mind. I can't say that. Take it however you want. That's how I should say it. But what we're seeing now and what we're seeing happening now is going to increase. And I know everyone says it's because of what's going on at the border, but no, people, it's because the world is getting too populated. It's because we have more people in the world now than we used to have. Back in my days, when you used to walk down to the end of the corner store and by yourself and not have to worry about anything. But nowadays, the world's too populated, and we got too many people, and so we have more evil than we do good, and that's what's happening. And all these cases have gone on for a long time. You know, all this stuff's been going on for years. Chomos, pedos, all that stuff's been happening for years. We just didn't know about it. And the reason why they don't make tougher laws, if you pay attention to who the pedos are in the world, then that's why the laws aren't going to be tough. The elites are the ones that are in control. Think about it. What the Dalai Lama get caught saying to a child? I mean, think about it. You know,
sketch.
It's a tough world we live in. It's a tough world. You know, and I'm still wrapped up over the Audrey Cunningham. That is just, I mean, I do want to say this, and I caught it from the very beginning when the mother said the cult-like atmosphere they have going on at that house.
Right.
I knew exactly what she meant. She didn't want to say the neo-Nazi relationship, all that stuff going on over there. She didn't want to say all that stuff because they would bring the heat down on her. Because that town, that area, you know, that is a very, very. Never mind. It is what it is there, and I knew this what she was talking about, but she didn't want to come out and just say that because you know it's a violent gang. They are violent and they will do violence to you. But I knew that when she said a cult-like atmosphere, I knew that she was talking about the AB. I knew she was because I could see those tattoos on that guy from the very start, and I knew what they were.
A lot of people think that this is him.
I think it's him too, T. I'm telling you, I think it's him.
Possibly most of the part. Most. Let's see, 46%.
Well, you got to remember this. You got to remember. I watched something on one time about they were talking about sketch artists, and they were I can't remember, but I think it was Nancy just not long ago. She was saying that you know a victim when they do like a sketch artist that they all look different because you're catching the faces at different angles. So like the shadow. So when say like if you're being attacked and you're on the bottom, you're going to see the face differently than say if someone's standing face to face or someone standing to the left side.
I find it interesting. Well, I'm looking at this picture, right? And I see this hairline that comes down to his ear like I'm seeing right here on this one with the hat off.
Right.
If you look right here, it's like very similar how it comes down to the ear.
And that dude's traveling. That dude's not going to stay anywhere for long because he knows that they got a picture out on him. So he's just going to jump state to state. So he may have made his way down south. I mean, y'all think about it. California to Massachusetts, where's the only other place to go? South or the Midwest?
Yeah, this is another one that people are talking about, rain cam footage. Okay, here it is.
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
the one I was telling you about. Yeah, that's it.
Here it is right here. The rain cam that you guys were talking about that you sent in. Thank you, Tori.
And if you notice his shoulder posture, that's what that guy looks a little wider. But you got to remember, ring cam cameras they're round, so they're like fish-eyed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to give him, he's going to look bigger than he actually is, and it's going to distort his edges because of the way the camera is, because it's a fisheye camera. So it's going to give you a panoramic view. So it's actually going to distort the shapes of the figures that you see. It's going to add pounds to him, and it's going to distort his actual body shape.
I don't know. Looking at this picture.
But you don't know, but the picture that you have up of him in the black shirt, you don't know when that was taken. That could be a 15-year-old picture or a 10-year-old picture.
That's
you know what
true.
I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And who knows, that could be years ago. And if he's out doing this to people, he's probably either on drugs, severely on, or he's, psychotic. But if you you turn that guy around right there, he's a little slimmer in that picture. But I guarantee you his backside's going to be just like that dude's, wide like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can this dude.
Zoom in on his face. Zoom in there on his above it, the picture of his face right there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know about this dude being the same guy. This guy looks a little. I don't know. It's hard to tell just from the side, but
you gotta.
He looks more broader.
That camera's gonna distort him because ring cameras are fisheye. They're panoramic, so the images they're gonna take are gonna be distorted because it's not gonna be a flat. It's not looking at you. If he was in front of it, it would still be distorted. So the ring camera is going to distort your body,
right?
Because it's the way the camera's, it's a fisheye. It's around. It's 360 camera, so nothing is going to look the same. Yeah. And the way the light's hitting him right there, that's going to cast shadow on the. So he is going to look a little wider and different. You know what I mean? So it's very hard to go by.
Yeah, I'm about to check out this presser too. All
right, let's check it out. Peace and love. Bye, everybody.
I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you for calling. I'm glad you got through.
Yes, me too. Later.
Thank you. God bless you. Shout out to her. Good phone call. Lock your doors too. All right, let's check it out real quick. Let's check out the presser. All right, I got it turned up too. I want to hear the details on this. Let's check it.
Us here today. The police for the University of Georgia. Good evening.
Here we go.
I'm Jeff Clark, the Chief of Police for the University of Georgia Police Department. Thank you for joining us here today. I'm joined by Chris Posey, the Director of the GBI, Jerry Salters, Chief of Police, Athens Clark County Police Department, and Clark County Sheriff, John Williams. As I start, I want to again express my most sincerest condolences to the family of Laken Riley and her community of friends, both here at UGA and Augusta University. This is heartbreaking. This is a heartbreaking time for the university. I could not disclose Laken's name last night during the news conference, as last night the family had not been notified. but I'm here to share that we have a suspect in custody for Laken's murder. We are obtaining arrest warrants for Jose Antonio Ibarra, 26 years of age. He lives here in Athens, but is not a U.S. citizen. He has been charged with the following: malice murder, felony murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, false imprisonment, kidnapping, hindering a 911 call, and concealing the death of another. He will be transported to the Clark County Jail. We have also served a search warrant on his apartment and continue to collect evidence. There are no indications of a continuing threat to the community related to this case at this time. I want to thank the men and women of the University of Georgia Police Department and all of our partners. This arrest was facilitated by the excellent work of both patrol officers and detectives from the University of Georgia Police Department and the Athens Clark County Police Department, as well as Georgia Bureau of Investigation, with the assistance of federal agencies as well. In every way, it was genuinely a team effort. I know everyone will understand why I cannot go into detail on this case at this point, but I am willing to share some general information. The evidence is robust. It is supported by key input from the community, physical evidence, and expert police work. Importantly, we were assisted by video footage from our campus security cameras networks, which proven vital in many cases. Our work, however, is not done. We are continuing to collect evidence and urge members of the community who may have pertinent information to call.
Who is not a U.S. citizen? The dude, the old boy is. He's not a U.S. citizen. So
UGA Police Department at 706-542-2200. At this time, I want to recognize Deputy Director Posey, Chief Salters, and Sheriff Williams, and ask if they would make a comment.
Good evening. As the Chief mentioned, I'm Chris Hosey, Director for the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. And first off, let me echo the Chief's comments to the family of Laken Riley. Our thoughts and prayers will continue to be with her family, friends, and this community for many, many days to come in this tragic event, very tragic event. The point that has got—
Hold up, here's another one right here. Did somebody say that he was from Venezuela? Because this is the Facebook that I'm finding, and this is from Venezuela too. But is this him? It doesn't look like the same person. This looks like a whole different person. I don't know.
Us here today, as the Chief talked about, is partnerships with the GBI, the UGA Police Department, Athens, Clark County, other local agencies assisting, as well as additional state resources that you see gathered here with us today. We're here where we are tonight because of that partnership and the hard work and the tireless work of the men and women that have been involved in this investigation. And we are grateful for that. We are grateful for these partnerships.
Hold up. I don't know if this is him or not. What do y'all think? Is this him? Is this him right here? I don't, it kind of does. Let me pull that up. This looks like him. Yeah, that's him. 100%. This is the guy right here. All right, so here's more pictures. I'm gonna play the rest of the presser here in 1 second, but this is the guy. This is the guy. You could tell just based off this picture right here. Look at that. That's him. Now, I'm not saying this is the guy in the sketch. I'm saying that this is the guy in this case. He's from Venezuela, popped up right up on top. And here's some pictures right here. I'm just going through some pictures. Here, let's make it full screen for 1 second. Looks like him. This right here. Like, look, I mean, let's pull up the sketch again. Let's check our sketch out. Or actually, let's pull up. Let me pull this back up for you real quick, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. Hold up. Let's keep going through some pictures and I'll pull that back up again. Man. Very similar. Very similar. Very similar for me. I honestly think this is a very similar, but then again, I could be wrong. But definitely very similar. We'll get back to that in 1 second.
We're grateful for the hard work. That's what they do on a daily basis. And we're here tonight because of that work and those partnerships. So thank you.
Jerry Salters, Chief of Police for Athens Clarke County Police Department. First, I'd like to express my sincere condolences to the family of Laken and all of her friends and loved ones. I appreciate all the hard work from all the law enforcement officers and public safety personnel that has worked tirelessly over the last 30 hours in making arrests in this heinous crime. I'm especially proud of the men and women of the Athens Clarke County Police Department for their commitment and partnership with the university and their work in solving this case. The Athens Clarke County Police Department has a long-standing partnership with the University of Georgia Police Department.
Before he finishes that, I do want to say this for the people who think that this is possibly the person connected in the Rachel case, the Morin case. It does look similar when you go through his Facebook pages. Now, going based off the one picture that we had up here, I'm like, maybe dude's a little sloppy, but nah, after going and looking, it's a possibility. It's damn sure a possibility. Now, if they have DNA and this is him, they're definitely going to connect that 100%.
And we will continue to support and assist them as we work to bring justice for Lakeland and her family. Thank you.
I'm John Q. Williams, Sheriff here in Clarke County. Again, express sincerest condolences. And I just want to reiterate also, as my esteemed colleagues have, this is truly a situation where teamwork was paramount.
Exactly.
Whenever someone is victimized in Clarke County, we have a lot of resources that can pull together and get results like this. So I want to thank all of the public safety and law enforcement professionals that we have operating in and around this county for just doing a great job.
Well, it said they're explaining it here in the press conference, but I did read an article earlier and it said the campus footage helped a lot. So
the results were timely, and I'm thankful to work with all of these fine people that you see in front of you today.
At this time, I will take a few questions.
Can you spell the suspect's name, sir?
That's a good question.
Spelling Jose, Jose, Antonio, Antonio, Ibarra, Ibarra.
You mentioned he is not a U.S. citizen. What is his status in the country right now?
Right now, I don't know his full status, but he is not a resident. He has an apartment here in Athens, but as far as an undocumented, I'm not sure, and that hasn't been confirmed. I just know he's not a citizen of the United States.
Courtney Francisco with Channel 2 WSB. Can you tell me how he knew Laken and where he's from? Any extra?
I don't know, Harley.
At this time, the investigation suggests that they had no relationship. He did not know her at all. I think this was a crime of opportunity.
Passion.
Where he saw an individual and bad things happen.
What can we do to protect ourselves from a situation like this?
You know, we always put out safety tips here at University of Georgia. Basically, if you're walking in groups, if you're going anywhere, do it in groups. basically keeping your head on a civilian swivel. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings.
Mr. Clark, can you talk to us about what you were able to find in the apartment off Village Avenue? What made this smoother to get an answer within 30 hours?
At this time, the search warrant is taking place at the apartment right now as we speak. That evidence is not known. I will say we didn't need the evidence inside of the apartment to convict Mr. Ibarra.
And Chief, can you talk to us about, as far as the suspect, this is a pretty brazen crime to happen in the morning, out of the open.
Yeah, one's got a booty chin, the other one doesn't.
Prior crimes in this community.
Hold up, we want to hear that question, sir. Hold up, we want to hear that question. Let me boost the volume on this.
Ibarra.
And Chief, can you talk to us about, as far as the suspect, this is a pretty brazen crime to happen in the morning, out in the open. Do you believe this suspect has done prior crimes in this community? Because this is a pretty bold jump to attack a young woman on a track and lead to her death.
In recent checks of his criminal history, he does not have an extensive criminal history as far as in violence. So I cannot say that this is, he has done this multiple times.
Hey, Chief, throughout the day, we saw multiple people being taken away back with police cars. Are there any other connections to anyone else in this case? Was anybody else involved, or do you believe right now that this was a solo act?
The evidence suggests that this was a solo act. We took 3 or 4 people in custody. However, we're only going to arrest one in this case.
Motive or any indication at this point?
Like I said, this was just a crime of opportunity, no motive.
When you say how okay, guys, if you could just and then go.
Crime opportunity, no motive.
Say that again, sir.
How the victim was killed.
Blunt force trauma.
Did he go to school here, and where's he from, and did he have priors?
According to the investigation, he did not attend school at the University of Georgia.
What is his first court appearance? Do we know yet?
Do not know that at this time.
And Chief, what do you tell students? A lot of parents worried to have their kids come back to campus, and you're saying this might have been his first time. Again, the young woman, doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man, out on this trail where a lot of students go. How do you restore some safety, some security on this campus? Because I know this has hit a lot of people, especially parents who have kids here. This could have been anybody's son or daughter out on that track.
This was a very isolated incident. We haven't had a homicide at the University of Georgia in almost 30 years. This, as I stated before, this was an individual who woke up with bad intentions on that day.
Okay, folks, we have time for one more question. Okay, excuse me.
This guy.
What has he told investigators?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Could you indicate some of the things that led your investigation to this individual? I know you might not be able to reveal too many things, but could you tell us what brought you to Mr. Ibarra?
Combination of several things: video evidence, technology.
Okay.
What country is he from, sir? You know?
I'm not sure. I'm not certain on that. I believe Venezuela, maybe.
Okay. Thank you all very, very much.
And that was a quick one. I mean, that was a quick one. Yeah, but I was talking about this Facebook being his Facebook. 100%. It is. This Facebook is his. And this was, hold on, let's go up to the recent pictures, right? This is definitely him. That's him right here. Oh, I'm gonna open up the lines. My bad. This one's 100%. This is 100% him. The guy that they're talking about, or the picture that I'm sending, 100%. It's definitely him. It's the same dude right here. He just shaved in that one, right? That's it. That is it. The suspect is trash. Love the Southern twang. How would they be able to get a criminal history if he's undocumented? Sorry if that seems like a dumb question. Would they just go off criminal history from when he's been in the U.S.? I guess. Somebody said 5 months ago he was arrested in NY, but are they being transparent because he's illegal? I don't know. I'm not too sure. In In the demonic world, Audrey is the child sacrifice, ancient occult rituals. That's a deep subject, though, too. Do we know the height of Rachel's killer? No, not me. Not me. So, no. There you go, T. She's right. Who is? Right about what? They know of him. Add the Athens mind-boggling case of Debbie. Oh my goodness. That definitely is one of those cases. Debbie was 916. You're in the mix. What's going on?
Okay, so I only have a few minutes, and I just wanted to call in. So just a quick couple things, and I have my thing on pause, so I'll go
You're
back.
fine. You're good.
I know, but I gotta go out and enjoy my night, and then I'll watch.
It's okay. Bring it.
What I want to see is if you could please pull up the sketch without his hat on, and then one of the pictures of the man on Facebook, but in the garage, because it shows he has a widow's peak.
But this dude's got a butt chin and the other one doesn't. That's that's the distinct part to me that stands out.
But I also want to look at the widow's peak because the guy in the sketch maybe you're looking at it. Does the sketch to me shows a bowl-shaped line on his head? He doesn't have a widow's peak. Like it's straight. While you're pulling that up,
I don't think that's him at all.
I don't think it is either, T-REV. The eyes are different also. You can the eyes are a pathway to the soul. My mom always told me. You can just kind of see. I wanted to say this. The girl that just said that, it wasn't a stupid question. It was an amazing question. How do we know his criminal history? We don't. And that's why Cuomo's stats were obnoxious. He's saying he doesn't have a criminal history here in the United States, but wait a minute, he does, because he was arrested, if that is true, in New York, and New York is a catch and release state. So if that's so he doesn't. We don't know his criminal history in Venezuela. We have no idea. So that's what I wanted to say. I don't think those are the two same men. I want to look at his ears. A lady, let's look at his ears. I want to look at the nose, and I want to look at the widow's peak. If we could do a side-by-side comparison.
I agree with that too, KW10. The sketch is never 100%. I gotta say, I do agree with that because we've seen some weird ass sketches in the past, and the person that gets arrested not even look nothing like the sketch. So I do gotta go out on the limb and say sketches, yeah, we can look at them and we can say, oh yeah, it's similar, but I have seen, and that does, and thank you for saying that, because that does remind me of cases where sketches came out and the sketch looked nothing like the person that the DNA matched to. So it's like, yeah, that's a good point.
It is a good point. And you know what? I mean, listen, I could be completely wrong, and I'll kind of doubt my gut instincts at looking at people. But when I look at the guy in the Facebook, I look at his eyes. I don't see a monster, but I could be completely wrong. So I'd be shocked if the guy in the Facebook picture, his eyes, he's got happy eyes. His eyes just don't.
I don't even see this. I don't see the same picture on his Facebook.
The other thing I wanted to say really quick before I jump off, and I just two things. Number one, we love you, man. You rock. But the other thing is, if we could please, mods, people that have a little bit more time than I do, can we just follow Clark County bookings because he's going to be processed. And I would love it if we were the first ones to actually get the mugshot and then go live on it. Because all we're waiting for is him to be processed, and just look at the bookings. The name will pop up. You click on it, and boom, you'll get the mugshot and the charges.
Yeah, I'm not seeing no mugshot of this dude still.
Yeah, it's in the process. I'm gonna go, but again, it's really important, that we people that are coming in here that are illegal immigrants, because nobody that comes in right now is just an illegal immigrant. It's criminal. It's against the law. It is a criminal entrance into the United States of America. It's criminal. It's criminal. And what Biden's doing is criminal. We have 3 branches of government. 1, 2, 3. legislative, Congress, executive power, president, and then we have law, which is the superior court. You cannot go one or the other. So whatever he's doing, and he's usurping the power of the other two branches, he's criminal. It's criminal, and everything that he's allowing in is criminal. So it's starting with criminal. But I don't think those two guys are the same, but we'll see. Well, what do you think?
As far as what?
You think those are the two same? You think they're the same?
Do I think the sketch and that is the same?
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely not.
I don't either.
But then again, sketches are never 100%, and that is a friggin' fact, man. Sketches are never. Sometimes they're on point, sometimes they're not. So it's like a 50-50 gamble.
Well, that nasty ass man that went in, that had like his shirt off. I don't know if that's him coming in after, what he just did, but he looks like a sweaty ass roach. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
His pants are kind of low. You know what I'm talking about. His pants are low. He's got no shirt on. Ugh, barf. All right, I'm going to go.
All righty.
Because I got to go meet my friends, but I'm going to definitely be looking in and watching. And
no doubt. And go have some fun. Be safe, though.
Okay.
Be safe.
I
all
will.
right?
I'm in California. I will.
God
I'm
bless.
always home early.
Stay safe. God bless. Watch. Be vigilant while you're out there. And don't be vulnerable. God bless you, though. Stay safe.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Shout out to Fluffers. I appreciate her calling in. 219-885-9693.
Oh my God! Bing bang!
I got Diego's arrest, but not Jose. Maybe the feds, though. Desert. Photo on right. You said photo on right looks very much like the body type coming out the house on the. Oh, you're talking about the specific. Let me grab it. I know exactly what you mean. You're talking about this photo. So you're saying photo on the right looks very much like the body type coming out the house in California on Ring doorbell. I mean, I can go ask the questions. I just can't promise we'll get any answers. I'm sure a lot of y'all would love that tonight. That he's so weird. Oh my God. I mean, we can go over and try to, we could go over and try to, talk. I'm with it. Actually, I'm feeling that right now. I never go out anymore. Damn. I don't know. Put a 1 in chat if you're ready to go over to the other channel, though. Or is it just me? I'm getting antsy. I'm ready to go over to the other channel and dig into our paranormal bag. I really do. And maybe we could pull up, it could be Rachel. We'll do a Rachel and Laken. So we'll do Rachel and Laken when we go over there to the paranormal channel. Shout out to everybody who came by. If you don't like the paranormal channel, I get it. I understand that. But if you do, I'm going to head over there. I'm going to set up a thumbnail for Laken, Riley, and Rachel Morin, and we'll go over there. So I love it. I Tracy, I want to. I'm feeling it tonight. I've been feeling it tonight. I wanted to check this story out. We did. We're going to check more of it out. I'm going to try to be more. I want to cover more stories. I don't want to stick on one story all the time and then be stuck. You know what I mean? We want to cover multiple and keep putting the word out, right? I mean, sometimes we'll get stuck with some stories that just are growing at the time and we're talking about it until the ball gets rolling. People are right, and then we follow up. So again, I'm going straight over there. I'll be live on there within the next 20 minutes when I end this live. I just got to get off, make a thumbnail, and boom. So shout out to everybody who came by. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, turn on the notification bell. And if you want to come over to the second channel, ! Second channel, I think. Is that what I damn forgot there's so many Nightbot commands. I'm forgetting them all at this point. But yes, shout out. appreciate you. And 813, I see you. I see you. I will catch you on the next one. I appreciate you, though. All right. I want to go do it. We're going right now.
He goes by T-REV, so we'll call him that as well. And he joins us now.
Voiceless people get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss. This something that we find important. Rep game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will lead up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have it back. So I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see.